First today, if you're bored of listening to your better half singing in the shower, then maybe you should try this one to get them to shut up. President Hugo Chavez, that's the leader of Venezuela, has apparently told his people to stop singing in the shower and get washed in 3 minutes as the country faces an energy crisis. He said some people sing in the shower for half an hour. 3 minutes is more than enough. You might not be clean, but you'll be quick. But doesn't singing make us happy? Does everyone have to button it, do you think?
No, actually, I have a problem. I love singing, but it comes out when I'm not expecting it. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Yes, well, I'm the singing. No, stop. I have this terrible habit. I'm walking along and I go, once I had a... Oh, sorry. And when I used to walk the dog in the woods and do my lines, I'd be talking to myself, and then I'd realise I was talking to myself because somebody passed me and quickly cross over the other side of the road. Well, the same thing with the singing. I just suddenly feel I want to sing and... No.
But that's lovely because it makes you look like you're happy, you see.
Yes,
like you're singing, you're happy, and we love that when you burst into song.
Yeah, it brightens the day up for us, yeah.
Don't you have that?
I love a little sing. I love a little sing, but I mean, I enjoy it. I don't think the people around me particularly enjoy it. You know, from time to time I will sing a little song. There's that Whitney Houston song, which at the moment I cannot stop singing, and it's driving everyone mad. You know that? If he makes you feel like $1 million bill.
No, I don't know that one.
Oh, thank you. Don't take much, does it? That's all I know. If he makes you... And then I just keep singing it, and Paul's like, are you going to move this song on at all at any point?
Well, actually, it don't, does it? It's just that one line, and don't do melodies like they used to, do they? Bring back Vera. Vera Lynn.
Steve does the same thing. I can hear, he sings all day long, and I can hear him through the house, but normally it's just one line and then a bit of a... and then back to the one line that he knows.
I think we're too hard on ourselves. We're criticising. We should just sing and be free.
Nothing worse than people bursting into... I love him to pieces, Mr. Spain, but he can't sing in tune, and in the car he puts on rock anthems, and if it's a long journey, honestly, you lose the will to live.
I absolutely love singing. I don't care.
Good at it.
Well, no, hey, well, yeah, make a living out of it, so that's obviously something I have to do. But I love singing in public, but I also love singing in the shower, round the house, when I've got my Hoover out. That's a laugh in it, mother. But, you know, when I'm sort of...
She hoovers you sing behind her.
That's right. And I love it. And in the back of the van, when we're all travelling, we all burst into song. Oh. And I just love that, you know, when everybody joins in. I mean, you know, when you get, especially a group of voices, there's nothing more fulfilling than hearing that.
Oh, yeah. In a pub.
From us, obviously.
Yeah.
Pub sing-along. You can't beat a good pub sing-along. Yeah. My nan used to sing. She's 95 now. She can't really sing anymore. She can't really do much of anything anymore. But it's not funny. But she used to sing in this pub on a regular basis, and now it's on a Sunday lunchtime. It's now a gay pub. And it doesn't matter. As long as everybody has a sing-song together, she's like, well, I don't care what they get up to in their bedrooms. As long as we have a sing-along, it's all right. You know, and I think it's something... It's lovely when people share it.
If you've got kids as well, it is something that... I mean, you talk about long car journeys with Mr. Spain. If you've... my friend Claire's come down to see me from Cheshire, and she was saying, you know, you put your not DVDs, that's what you watch the pictures as well, CDs.
Put your 8-track in.
Yeah, so your 8-track. And get the kids to sing along, and it does, it sort of it passes a bit of time. And if, you know, if you've got a long way until somebody's going to shout, can you see the sea yet? You know, it does sort of pass the time.
20 million green bottles.
It's got more words in it than You see, White Cliffs of Dover, Vera Lynn again.
Yes.
I'm so thrilled that Vera's back. It's a lovely songs then, full of romance.
Oh, yeah.
We've got none of that now, have we?
No. That's what you like listening to. And actually, this is quite pertinent actually, because an article in today's Times 2 asks if anyone is really listening to each other nowadays. Now, journalist John Naish says that in our distracted, noisy world, the art of true hearing has been lost in the din. He goes on to say that we increasingly bubble ourselves in a little pair of headphones so that the noise we hear is self-selected, and that takes us away from the habit of listening to the ambient and the unexpected, like Lynda Bellingham bursting into song. So would you agree? Do you think we've lost the art of listening?
I think we do, because we're very sort of insular now, aren't we? Our society now is television, computers, personal headphones. Nobody listens to anybody else anymore. And I must admit, living with my mother has taught me such... Because I live with my mother, I don't know if anybody knows. But it has taught me a great deal. It's taught me a great deal on how to listen, because my mother is the most phenomenal listener. That's because she never got a word in, because I used to be, and then what we did this, and blah, 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 me. And then one day I actually sat back and thought, I wonder how my mum's day's been. So then I actually stop myself now and say, how are you and what have you been up to? Then it's all back to me.
Yeah.
You know, but just,
I have to say, the world is divided between listeners and talkers, isn't it? And I have to own up, I'm a bit the same, and it's always been about me, or was about me. I'm trying to be better, obviously, and you try to listen to your children, mind you, they don't speak at all, so you're going, I'm listening, I'm waiting, but I sometimes I find, you know, that Michael will say to me, I'll relate a conversation, and Michael will say, well, what did the other person say to that then? Well, I don't know, but I said what I said, and then I told them. Yes, but what did they say? Well, I don't know, I don't care what they said. So hands up, I am not a listener.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm exactly the same, actually. I can always remember what I said, and Paul does that thing of, well, but how did they respond? I don't know, but then I went on to say. But actually, I think our listening has changed nowadays. I think we're able to listen to several things at once. I think, you know, when you've got your telly on in your kitchen, your telly in your living room, and like Bo's got her music on in her room, and maybe an MP3 on her as well, and I think you're able to actually take on.
But are you? Do you really listen properly?
Well, I don't know if you do, but I think there's a danger of us overloading, and I think we get to a point now where we select what we listen to. I mean, for example, if you're on the phone to the bank and they're like giving you the same, oh, we can't do that, Mrs. Doodah, because we can't, you know, because those are our rules, over and over, and I think you zone out so that it doesn't wind you up so much, because we lead very stressful lives.
But don't you
now,
think as well it depends where you live? Because I find that when I come into London, yes, I'll put my little headphones on and listen to music, because I find it sort of blocks out how crowded it actually is. But when I'm at home, sort of out in the countryside, I wouldn't dream of putting it in, because I like listening to, you know, the birds, and also I like saying hello to people. I chat in shops and say hello to people walking down the street. It depends where you are and what you're doing.
Noises, aren't
Yeah,
there?
they're nice
Horrible
noises.
I think it's very important to listen.
yeah.
You may laugh, but I listen to that noise every night, Lynda Bellingham.